Hello, Maurieo's Project Management Garden Project 001. In this video, I'm going to try and use my stand-up project management chart in a real situation in my garden, a project where I'm going to have to do all the work and to manage it. So it'll be a little bit different to a team project, although I have got a team of my wife Lindy and my daughters Kelly and Ricky might be able to help, and I might be able to get in some some labour. Who knows, some of the viewers might take a special interest in my garden and want to join in the fun. We don't know. So what I've done is I've made a little video of the garden so that you can see what some of the things are done. So that's coming up next. We'll have a look at that, and then after that we'll go and look at my chart where I've made a bit of a start, and we'll explain a few things there. So let's go and have a look at the garden. So this is the garden area, and you can see there in the shed, and what I'm proposing to do is a number of things at the moment. I'm just tidying up the area on the right hand side of the shed, where there has been a lot of woolly nightshade growing, and the proposal is to get that all tidied up and out of the way. Then once that's done, it also goes round the back of the shed. Some work needed on the fence there. But generally we'll just take a look around the back of the shed here. So here it is. You can see that there's still a considerable amount of trees and things to be removed from there. The shed itself, let's just get out of there. The fence is in a bad state of repair there. I need some work done on that as well. I'm going to get rid of that mountain of material there by burning that, hopefully. Now, just around here you'll see that there's a bit of a garage door there. I'm hoping to maybe, an old garage door, hoping to maybe elevate that a little bit to create an area where I can put material to dry out for disposal. But just moving over here, you can see that there's a bit of a hen house here. Now that hen house there actually fits on the other end of the other hen house, and I'm hoping to just make in this area here between the fence and the shed a storage area over 4 meters long to take some of the material that's currently stored on the deck. So these are all little projects that I'm going to plan as part of my project planning. Now also in here I've got a bit of a collection, a washing machine and a dishwasher which are for disposal. We may be waiting for the next organic collection, and a few little bits and pieces that I've got there collected over time. We also need to tidy the shed and tidy the garage so that we can make best use. So some little projects or progress has been made here. As you can see, the recent fence there, that fence is off the chook run with the little gate there. Under the blue tarpaulin we have a saw that I'm using for cutting up the material there. We've also got down here a garden, a bit of a raised garden that's been overgrown with convolvulus, so that's to be sprayed, and possibly some garden plants there, done in there. And then if we just look around here, we've got this area over here where long turn, I was climbing over the fence here, long term I have a proposal to build a little shed in there again for storage. Yeah, just to keep in storage stuff. And then we also have a proposal again long term to build a little lean-to shed at the end of the existing shed to create more dry storage. So that's just a little bit of a heads up on the potential for this area, for the potential for a little project management. So there's a lot of little projects that can go on there, and I'm going to use that as my working example for my project management sheet. So all right, well, now that you've had a bit of a look at the garden, how about we look at the stand-up project management chart and just make a bit of a start on that. So what I've put in is I've put in a few of the earlier tasks. These are the tasks that we need to do. I haven't put in all the tasks. I can work on that at my leisure, and but these are the tasks that we're just going to do today. So we can have a look at, or today and in the next following day, so we can have a look at how that all fits together, and and see how it goes. And that is part of it, is reflecting on what happened and how things went. So I'm going to be doing all the work today. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I just want to empty the ash out of the burn barrel so that I can burn some trees later on today, hopefully, if I get all the trees prepared for burning. So that's the big pile of trees that I showed you there. I want to get that all prepped up and ready to burn this evening in the burn barrel, and so hopefully this will be today's work completed here. These are some other things that have to be done. I can remove the stumps and material behind the shed, and there's also remove the stumps. There's a couple of big stumps in there that I want to move out. Now that involves digging them up and cutting the roots and trying to pull them out. I may have to use the four-wheel drive to do that, but we'll see how that goes. I also need to remove the material at the end of the hen house by the hedge, because I want to move the hen house by the shed there. So that's probably going to go there. This can happen at any time, and this might be a little job that I can do when I've got short periods of time, like sort of maybe a couple of hours in an evening rather than in the weekend. Okay, so and then I've got to put in the posts for the garage door and prepare the ground for cobblestones between the fence and the shed. Now that's sort of work I like doing. It's a bit more interesting than digging out stumps, so I may well sort of decide to do that, just to keep my motivation up. So these are all things that we can discuss and have a look at as we go on. But so today I've got planned to empty the ash from the barrel, prepare the trees for burning, and do that. And we'll see how that goes, and then we can plan what's next. So essentially, it's a fairly typical project management thing where you schedule, or you put in the order that stuff needs to be done, and then you put resources against it, and as it goes the time, and you report about it. But with multiple team members, of course, we can get more things done. So we could have, like if we had another team member available, we could have someone move the material at the end of the hen house by the hedge. We could have that being done there, and someone else removing the stumps, and all these things can be done. So that's all very good. So I'm going to leave it there, and we'll see when we've got something done, maybe another quick episode. So cheers, see you.